Forbes Africa 35 under 35 women's issue.
Amazing.
Yes, I got to be involved in that shoot, and I was credited by Forbes Africa. So my name is and those books.
Yeah. Welcome, girl.
Hey.
I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so happy that we're doing this finally, because we have been planning. Shumela is someone that I have been in contact with now for a few months, right? Yeah. But today is actually the first time meeting face to face, which is so exciting. When you have this connection and this interaction with someone and you finally meet the first time, it's quite special. So would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, okay. My name is Shumela, also known as Nkulie. So it's Shumela Nkulie, but I go by Nkulie. Mm-hmm. I'm originally from South Africa. I'm closer, and I moved to the Netherlands about 3 years ago. My profession, I'm an IT auditor, been an IT auditor, but recently moved into risk management. But also, I am a photographer. I started photography 2.5 years now. And yeah, that's how I met Snerry.
Yes. So the name of this channel is Creating with Snerry for a reason. It's more than just the fact that I want to share my own creative journey, but it's also because I want to be creating with others. Hence, you are here today. But also, I love to share the story of how I first met someone, or how did we actually get to meet. So what happened is that, so I go to church, and then in church, I have a sister that introduced me to a South African that used to go to our church. So she was like, I'm going to send you her number. So then she sends me her number. That's Nomcebo. Mm-hmm. And then Nomcebo adds me to the South African group, which I haven't met anyone except for her and now you. Mm-hmm. So in the group, one time, Lerato sent a message saying that, what does she do? Can you say?
She has a platform for Netherlands Black women's business.
Yes.
And she hosts stuff.
Yes. So then she was planning an event. So I was interested in the event and I tried to buy the ticket. Unfortunately, it was cancelled. But then that's how I discovered her platform. And then I followed on social media. She planned another one, but I told her that I couldn't come then. So I would have met you that day, right?
And she did tell me actually that.
Oh, really?
She gave you my numbers, and I was like, ooh, another creative.
Yeah. So then this one time when I was posting in my stories, because she also follows my photography account. So when I was posting in my stories, she then responded and said, hey, Snerry, I have someone that I think you should meet. She's also a photographer like you. And I think that maybe if you can't take clients, maybe you can, she can, serve the clients, and then vice versa. So I was like, oh, wow, okay, I would love to meet her. So, and then she sent me your profile, and then we've been chatting ever since. So Nkulie and we have been chatting, and she's also been helping me with some things sometimes, and like this journey of hobbies and things like that, it can be isolating sometimes, especially as someone who's a self-taught photographer. There's a lot that I don't know, and I'm not afraid to say that. And sometimes you just need to bounce ideas off with somebody else. So I'm, even like I used to be like, oh God, please send me a friend. I really need like a photographer friend, because I do have in South Africa, even though I've never met them face to face either, but it helps, So then when that happened, I was like, thank you, Lord. So yes. Okay, so tell us, photography. Why photography? Where did it start? Where did the love for photography come from? And when did you actually eventually get to the space of being like, okay, I want to start taking photos of and do it more, a bit more like a hobby or a little bit more professionally? Yeah.
Okay, I think I took photography from my parents. We grew up at home. They had this big album with photos of themselves and us growing up. So capturing moments has just been part of our family. And at home, I'm the one who always take pictures and events. I love pictures and I love taking pictures of other people. So they would also, at home, they notice that when I'm not there, pictures are not taken. They will realize after the event that they actually didn't take photos. So it was also that thing. My sister also worked for Canon. She gave me a camera in my first year. Used it a bit, but I don't know why I stopped. And then when I was in the Netherlands, I decided that, okay, besides work, because it was very stressful, I felt like I needed something else that's something I enjoy and something that would eventually maybe give me some money, because they say when you do what you love, you don't work. It doesn't feel like work.
Yes.
You don't work a day. What does it say?
Yeah, you will never work a day in your life.
Exactly that one. But you do work
Especially with photography.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's where it started, and I've got a community of photographers that people be like, you'd actually be good at it. I usually would be the model because, guys, I love pictures.
It's just beautiful, as you can see.
I don't want to say I'm obsessed, but I always feel like capturing moments. I love capturing moments. Like even in my phone, I've got over 120,000 photos. I can't delete every moment. I always feel like it's worth capturing. So that's how I started. I was like, okay, I hope this is something I can build into like an income making something. So I started, and yeah, so far so good.
So far so good. Okay. Yeah, in the Netherlands, what has it been like doing the photography, and because now you have how's your job? Is it demanding? I mean, I imagine.
Okay. So maybe I'll take a step back. It started in 2024. I was home. Actually, December 2023, it was my aunt's birthday. My brother-in-law is a photographer. So for my aunt's birthday, he borrowed me his camera because he was not going to make it and we needed a photographer. So he gave me his camera and said, you can take pictures of the event. And the pictures came out perfect. And everyone was like, Shumela, you need to do this. This is your calling. That December, I didn't have enough money, but I knew I needed to start. I went on Take a Lot with my credit card and I bought my first camera because I was like, if I wait until I come back to the Netherlands, it's not going to happen. So I bought my camera on Take a Lot. It was a Canon R50.
Okay, your very first
yes, my very
professional
first
camera.
professional camera. And then I came to the Netherlands. At the time, I was working for Deloitte, and yeah, it was a lot. I thought it would be easy to just use my camera because I love taking pictures, but it wasn't as easy because my job is demanding. We were working long hours, weekends. I didn't have the energy to work. So it took a bit of time, but whenever I had the chance, for my friends' birthdays, picnics, I would try to take my camera with, and that sort of gave me practice and confidence to be like, okay, I can do this. But I was just not giving enough time and investing in developing myself as a photographer. But bit by bit, I started gaining confidence and seeing and getting the feedback from people that, actually, Shumela, you should charge for this. Like, we feel bad that you just take photos for free. Yeah, so that's how it started. And I changed jobs last year and also got now more free time to actually look at YouTube videos, talk to our Snerry, bounce off ideas, like share that this is what you do. Yeah, self-taught, YouTube, trial and error. And yeah, now, my confidence is a bit stronger than what
it was in the beginning. Yeah, and I think because I like to take lessons from well, that's the whole point that you're here, is because I like to create this kind of content for people who are thinking of, okay, what hobby should I go into? Or maybe what is something that I can start maybe from home and turn it into something, And I think some people, they don't even really know what they are good at. And they struggle to think, okay, what can I do? But like one thing from your story that I've learned is that you say people at home would be like, you can do this. So I think sometimes we have to also pay attention to what is that thing that people usually compliment you for, and say, you're so good at this. Like you're always looking good. Like I've got a friend, it's like she doesn't even put an effort, but she just knows how to put an outfit together, and she's always looking nice. And it makes me feel like, what, if I were to hire an image consultant or something like that, I would definitely pick her. That's definitely one of the things, is what are people always saying to you, or what kind of maybe advice do they always come to you for? What are they always saying? That you're so good, So that's one of the things that a person can definitely look into. And I also like that you mentioned that in the beginning you're not as confident, and that's something that I love to talk about as well, that you don't need to wait until you are so confident. Obviously, when you start something, it's like and when you do something, like you're just dabbling into it, you don't really see the big picture until you are in it, and then you realize, oh my goodness, this is so complex, there's just so much to learn. And that's when, like, your confidence is like, you start with this high confidence and then it goes down,
thinking it's easy. You're like, oh my gosh.
And then you realize that, it's not that easy. But as you take the time to learn, like you said, and thank God for things like YouTube, because also that's how I learned as well. It was also through YouTube. I even till today, I still watch a lot of videos, and I learn from other creators, other professionals. Okay, I know we've touched on a little bit about since you have a 9 to 5, and it can be quite demanding. But it's quite interesting, because sometimes when people have maybe like quite a demanding career, then they start to abandon their hobbies. And this one that you picked is not really like the easiest and most relaxing, I would say. So what is the motivation behind that just keeps you going?
I think it's because I have passion for it. More than anything, I enjoy doing it. So you can wake me up anytime and say, Shumela, we need to take pictures. I will take pictures. I like, guys, in my folder, you will find videos of me crying. Like, I'm just about capturing moments. And it's such a special feeling sometimes when you've taken pictures of people and they're like, oh my gosh, I look so amazing. I didn't realize I could look like that. Like the outcome and the output that you give, it's sort of like, oh, that's nice. So, it's a thing of sometimes when you do something that you like, it doesn't feel as heavy or as a burden. Photography does take time. I didn't realize. I thought it's just about having a nice camera and
just pressing. Yes, and that's what a lot of people think. They think it's just pressing the button.
Yes,
and you realize that it's more than the gear. It's about who's using the gear and how are you using it. Like I hear a lot of times I get this, and like, you have such a nice camera. I think that's what the photographers don't like. When people say you have such a nice camera, I also need to get a good camera.
And that's not it. It's not just the
it's not it.
And that's the mistake I also thought. Like I've been buying gear because I thought the better your gig, the better your pictures. But no, there is so much more. The lighting, the planning, the logistics.
Yeah.
So it's it's
The
more
editing.
than the editing. Oh my gosh, the editing. So it's definitely more than just capturing the pressing the camera. And now I never understood why photographers were so expensive and unfortunate. Now I am on the other side and I'm like, oh my gosh, I understand why.
Yeah, because I was just, like yesterday, I was just doing like a rough calculation, and I'm like, okay, if let's say your starting point is like you've spent 3,000 euros, and with photography, easily, because your camera alone can be 2,000 euros, right? So now you spent 3,000 buying this gear, and then now you're going to charge 50 euros. How many months is it going to take you just to cover that initial cost? How many years?
And and I think that's what kills the motivation or the drive to continue doing it, when you don't see the return. And it's like you keep spending so much but you're not getting anything back. And
yeah, and I guess that's when now passion and kicks in, is the fact that you love to do this thing, because I mean, we are talking more on the side of it being a hobby, because it's not your full-time job. In your own honest opinion, do you think you would be able to like totally replace your income?
It has potential. Like, I think I have been fortunate enough to have friends that are photographers and that they make a living through photography, and based on their lifestyle and comparing to how much I was earning, it was also one of the motivating factors that but also I didn't factor in the experience they have and how long they've been on the game and the type of clients they serve. So obviously where I'm at, I'm not serving the same clients, so it's different. But from those people, it definitely has potential to replace.
Would you like it to? Okay, I would be implicating right now. Let's not.
But to be honest, I would love to have it as the main thing, because I love to do it, and sometimes I feel like if I gave it more time, now it's just a part-time, it's a hobby, but if I really invested my time and effort, I'd actually be even way better. I'd put in so much more, but baby steps. So now I'm here. I still do love my job and love what I do. It pays my bills. And so at least for now, I can balance the two. But I do hope to grow more in the photography space.
So do you have like any shoot that way you can say this one is definitely my favorite?
Of course.
I think I have an idea.
Yes, there's this one shoot that has absolutely made my year. Forbes Africa 35 under 35 women issue.
Amazing.
Yes, I got to be involved in that shoot, and I was credited by Forbes Africa. So my name is in those books. So I know the art director. He's someone, well, sort of, I can't say grew up together, but I know him from childhood.
Okay.
Yes, from church gatherings. So we, I think, connected later in life. I saw his work on TikTok.
Okay.
And I was very interested because I had just started getting into photography. So anything photography related, I was like, come, let's talk. Teach me, tell me, what do I do? So I asked him to coach me or give me tips because I've just started doing photography. His TikTok, he was teaching how to use Lightroom and Photoshop, and I was like, please, I just started, so let's collaborate and see how we can talk. And also because it was someone I knew, it was easy.
From your childhood.
Yes, and then so when I was home this December, I think he had already been preparing for the shoot, and then he gave me a call. He was like, look, my assistant photographer is not gonna make it, and we have a shoot coming up. Do you have your photography gear, and would you be able to come? And I was like, you know, like, I don't have my gear. I have my gear. I don't. Am I qualified? I mean, Forbes. Are you sure? Let me think about it. He was like, no, I think it'll just be good exposure for you. You can learn what's done on sets. Good exposure, and I really think you would learn a lot from it. So I was like, okay, I'll think about it. And then I told a friend. I was like, yo, there's an opportunity that I can join a Forbes shoot, but I don't think I can. She was like, Shumela, ma'am, this is Forbes. Who are you? Like, is this even? Are we even thinking about this?
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like,
so that's why I'm so grateful. That's why I'm so grateful for friends sometimes, because they can speak sense into you when you're doubting, and they're like, just go. This person knows that you're new, you have this experience, and they still ask you. So just go, and you'll take it from there. So I went back to him. I said, okay, I think I'd love to join the shoot. Just tell me what I need to do. So I was sent I don't know what is it called, but the plan. Yes, the briefing that there's gonna be this person, and I saw the people. I was like, I saw the people. What time it was gonna start? Like, it was an all-day event, and I was like, photography all day. Don't you just and it's that. And he told me what he was looking for, what was going to happen, and then I made it on the day, and indeed I did learn a lot on the shoot.
What did you learn?
Just how, from the planning, I got to see how things are put together, because I helped with the backdrop that they're using there. We are the ones that were like laying over. So I was like, okay, so photography is not just about the camera. There's a lot of moving parts. There's the executing the vision that was there. So he was also struggling with finding the, what do you call those?
The backdrop?
Yes, but we were doing it with the material.
Fabric.
Yes, the fabric one. That was the vision they were going for. So a certain material that had to look a certain type of way. And he looked and eventually found it, and then we were trying to put it together. I saw the schedule that this person is starting at this time, and it's going to be some. So there's also time involved. There's lighting, everything. There's the makeup artist. There's the stylist. So it was just, there was so much more that I saw, that photography is not just pressing a camera. There's a lot of thinking and planning behind it. So I also learned that it's also just like with any job, you have problems and you need to think on your feet. Because I think that day we had a battery issue, and I saw how technical difficulties, and they happen, and you're like, oh, it's such a big organization. You don't expect any problems, but it is life, guys. I was like, it was such a good opportunity for me, because I was like, I'm always so hard on myself on things that don't go well, but being there, seeing how every problem, they were like, okay, we are doing this problem, and we quickly, like, maybe this person was supposed to go, but they're like, it'll work best if this one starts and then someone else follows. But just the dynamic environment of we are trying to make sure that everything goes well for the day. We get the shoot, we get the photos, and everyone is happy. So I was really fortunate. I think it was like the highlight of the year for me, and it gave me a sign that maybe I am meant to be in this field, because it came to me. The opportunity came to me. It's
You
not
didn't
something.
like go and seek it.
It was not even something that was on my goal for 2026, but 2026 welcomed me with that, and I took it as a, okay, God, I see you.
I see what you're doing.
So I'm a bit more confident that I'm actually in the right direction.
Yeah.
So big ups to the art director for giving me the opportunity. Yes, it was a really eye-opening, and I realized how the importance of people and networking, and that everyone you meet in life, there's a purpose, and it's important that you're surrounded by people that will think of you and their opportunities and mention your name, and they're willing to, because he also took a chance. I mean, this newbie, like, so yeah, it taught me a lot.
But also, you know, that's the amazing thing about when you start something, and even if you think it's a hobby, it can open you up to so many opportunities. Like I've experienced things like that myself, where I just find myself now I'm in a newspaper, you know. And it's like, oh my God, I'm just a newbie. I just came, I just started this thing, you know. And I think I like that you mentioned that when it came, even though you didn't go and seek the opportunity and say, hey, can I be a part of this? It's somebody that came to you, and someone who's a professional, but you were already doubting yourself. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about is imposter syndrome. Because I know, like for me, that I have dealt with it a lot of times. I think I still do, you know, because even sometimes when you go online and you see these very experienced photographers that went to photography school, some of them, they're so mean, and they're like, you're not a photographer if you didn't go to school or something like that, you know. So even just to call myself okay, I don't even like titles. And I remember I was telling you that also I like to do a lot of things.
Dynamic.
I like to do a lot of things. So sometimes I feel like taking on a title puts me in a box.
Limiting yourself.
Yes. But I think I've also just come to realize that it's you who gives the title the value. It's not the title that gives you the value, and also it doesn't have to limit you. I can be a photographer and still be other things. You know. And I wanted to so tell me a little bit about the imposter syndrome thing.
Yeah, that's something, it's there, and I've realized that most of us deal with it, and especially when you already struggle maybe with self-confidence, and it's everywhere. Like, I'm like from a village, so it has always been there that I've been in spaces where I'm like, I've been there by chance. It's not that I belong there. And so even with photography, like with being invited into that space, I was already feeling like I don't belong there, and I'm probably written somewhere that she doesn't know what she's doing. Yes. But how I've dealt with it, I've been lucky or fortunate that the community I'm surrounded by is very supportive. So there's that reassurance that no, man, you could. And because I'm someone that really, I really struggle with believing in myself and my work. I'm very hard on myself, and I always feel like someone else can do it better. But luckily, there is always someone telling me that, no, you are doing great. Try this. Like I did my friend's wedding photography, and I was struggling to start with the editing and stuff because I felt like they were not good enough. But she kept saying, just start, just do it. And I did a few, the ones I posted recently on Instagram, and they were so good. And she was like, look.
Wait, is it the one with the flower?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, and I love them so much.
I love them too. But she was like, look, you... honestly, you're going to fail, but that's how you learn. So, and you're not going to know if you're good or you're bad if you don't keep trying. So with imposter syndrome, I think sometimes they say you just need to fake it. Just pretend like you are okay with what's happening. You have no doubt. And you will see when it's done that actually it was not that bad. So and also just praying and praying about it and asking God to take away that fear, because He does say He didn't give us the spirit of fear.
Yes.
So even though it will be there, but sometimes be like, please, just like make me look stronger, make me feel, like I have this in control, because I think as much as you will feel like you don't belong there, you have worked hard and you didn't get in there by chance. Like there are works that you have put in that have made you to be part of that journey. So even with what you're saying, that sometimes it also took a while for me to say photographer, because I was like, do I even deserve that title?
You feel like you need to earn
I mean, anyone can take photos. So, but it's also believing in yourself. And the more you just need to do something a bit more, and then your confidence grows, and your skill develops. So you just need to keep doing. There's no way of going around it, but keep trying. Fake it till you make it. And it doesn't get better, but because you've got experience of faking it, or maybe acting like you're okay, that even on the next one,
it's actually faking it, if you think about it, because in those moments you are doing what is authentic. Actually, you are putting yourself out there, you are doing the real work. It's just that the problem starts when we start to compare ourselves most of the time, because you see these maybe very well experienced people who have been in the industry for sometimes maybe 30 years, and then now you comparing your work
to them 2 years ago,
and you started
self-taught.
And then now, and I think that's where for me, I've come to that space where I'm like, let me enjoy the process, and also let me just own the level where I'm at. You own the level where you're at. You post your authentic work. You do things, and that's one. Remember in my other video where I was saying that what you just have to do as maybe a beginner or something like that, or even if you're a self-taught person, is just manage expectation. If you're shooting at home, let your clients know you are shooting at home, for example. They should at least have an idea of the kind of work you can produce, because the person already knows. Even that person that was asking, he has seen your photos,
true.
And for him it was like, it's good enough. And it's not like you had to take over the whole. He's there. So sometimes we can just be so hard on ourselves. So I think it's very important to be like, you know what, this is the level where I'm at. Yes, I do want to get up there, but let me also just celebrate
where you are,
the progress that I'm making. And that's why I'm doing this as well, because someone who's starting out can still learn something from you. Someone who who has not started can still learn something from someone who has taken the first step. You know, so I think we all have something to offer regardless of where we are. So yeah, so also me, yes, I do, but that's just one of the ways now where I'm dealing with it, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put myself out there. We do it whilst we are scared. We are scared. We're not gonna be perfect. And the thing is, for me, I think I've always been a perfectionist. I love things to be perfect. I've got this friend of mine that says, my mom says done is better than perfect. So sometimes I try to think about that as well. You know, and you know, even yesterday I was thinking that, remember I was telling you about the fact that I'm still figuring out this business thing. It's not like I have it all figured out. But I also want to own the fact that I'm figuring it out, you know. I don't have to pretend that I have it all figured out. Someone can still learn from me because there are things that I've learned. I still have a journey and I have something to share. And I was now actually questioning myself to be like, will I ever feel like I have it all figured out? I don't think so. I don't think anyone ever gets to the place where they're like, you know what, I'm perfect. Everything I do is I'm actually very satisfied with this level. I don't think, because that is like against progress.
Sure.
Because if you feel like, okay, I've made it, then you're never gonna try harder. You're never gonna challenge yourself to reach the next level. So I realized that, okay, actually you are always figuring it out.
True.
At every level.
Every level. There's something to learn.
There's something to learn. There's something to grow into. Imagine, which one is it?
This one has been through a lot. It's the one I've been traveling with.
Oh, okay.
But also
this one you were using for the portraits.
Yes.
Because
but it does go through the floor. And I hang it on the...
I mean like single portraits, like for one person.
For one person.
Mostly.
Yes. So this is the backdrop stand. I got it from Ball. Start by connecting this. Yeah.
So you actually use the whole length.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Because this one is long.
You are able to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is long, but on the shorter one I would use 3. Like if there's few people.
Okay. And the nice thing is that if you use this one, then you can reduce the...
Yes.
That's what I used to do because I didn't have much length.
Yes,
so
in
I
the
had
house.
so I had to use
this one,
I had to take out one.
This one was a gamble. Oops. Yeah. I've also used, like, what do you call it? The material.
Okay, fabric.
But the fabric, but it always needed ironing. And I was like, we just need quick things. I don't want to work pre-prod.
It was quite a transformation for me when I switched to paper, because before, when I started as well, I just started with fabric mostly. So when I eventually used paper, it was like, wow,
yes,
the editing process is so much easier.
There's less things to do now. Take a photo.
So people take photos here.
Yeah, then like it's a learning experience. So every shoot you learn something that the following shoot you're like, okay, when I worked, next time I need to improve on this, do better on that.
Yeah, and I think also just like the main thing is you just learn to work with your space.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of rearranging your furniture. Exactly. So you literally move it to the back.
Everything.
And then everything is Okay.
Yeah, then people.
And then you also have like enough space to move back.
And if this is not here, then we can have nice shots. Maybe we should have moved it.
So do you think it's much easier than having to go to people's houses?
Yes, because when you're setting up there, it's like a lot of pressure because now you're like, but when I'm in my own space, by the time they get here, everything is set up, the lighting is there. There you still need to figure out the lighting, the whatnot. So even though at home I'm still alone, so I don't have a model to test the lighting with, I still need them, but half the job is done. I don't have to carry stuff. I'm more comfortable. So I would say home studio
is better for you.
It's better for me. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It's been really wonderful.
Me.
Maybe we'll take a few pictures since we already have the backdrop. But I really had fun today. It took longer than expected. You know what? I know we're still going to do more things for sure. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for tuning in.
I'll stay blessed and stay creative.
Bye.
Yeah.